Alright, let's start. Well, yeah. Would you approve of getting hit in the face with a fucking sword? Oh, I said, would you? Alright, so, who remembers what happened last session? It's been a while.
Many times. Eventually, we got to the point where we needed to go. Found the universal warp pipe that that Puddin could use to travel to other domains. So she did, and then Captain Fudge came up, and he was able to finally take back control of his fortress. And then we ended with us basically, hey, we've finished what we need to do. So and then we leveled up.
Yep. And then you had a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Go directly to the boss using the pipe that Pudding did, or take the
Mm-hmm.
teleporter and continue and possibly figure out what the fuck is going on.
What does the rest of the party want to do?
Keep going, because I
Oh.
don't have any magic items, and I don't want to fight the boss without that.
Aye. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
And Glenn will be here momentarily. They are helping their partner with Yu-Gi-Oh stuff.
I'm so sorry. They still play Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's fine. It's like people that play any other thing that's bad for their health. Look at Magic players.
No, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is worse than Magic at this point, in my opinion. Fight me about it, YouTube.
I mean, if you're opening yourself up to the internet, then I suppose it's inevitable.
And before Blake actually comes on here and goes, "Alright, listen up, motherfucker. Magic the Gathering."
I've played the game. I've played all of the card games except Pokemon. It's no. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gotten far too fast-paced for its own good.
All right.
Alright. Now we have to wait for Glenn. Unless you guys want to just like pick up the frog and take them with you.
I'd rather them have a say in it, but it is majorly us going and looking for stuff.
I mean, Hala has dice if you guys want to play.
I'd have to
That gives us
go
something.
ask my brother-in-law how you guys play Dragon Dice. Because he has like a bunch of...
That's why
Or-
Google exists, Kai.
You're right. Fine. I'm actively looking at Discord, but also Amazon because the CPU is coming soon.
Very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
First thing to come up when I googled Dragon Dice was a set of Dragon Ball themed dice.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how I'd want to go about this. D&D.
Okay, I've got one. I got it.
Edition. Trying to query the Google and it's not coming out in my favor.
I've got something from the home brewery.
As usually.
Pretty
Wait, is
solid
it?
place to look.
He's just got dice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe he had in his possession 3 Dragon Ante.
Is it
I am
3 dragon?
proficient in playing dice, so I can play dice.
Isn't 3 Dragon Ante a card game?
I
Yeah.
have no idea.
It's one of 4 gaming sets that you as a player can obtain, at least in base D&D, like player handbook.
The pug just body slammed the golden retriever's head into the floor.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a pug.
normal.
Meanwhile, if it was the other way around, hospital visit.
It would have just been a pumpkin.
Yeah, there's your games, by the way. And only one of these weighs something.
The chess set.
I have a dice set.
It weighs nothing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, like nothing really says anything more about it. It's just like you can play the game.
All right, kids, who wants to go gambling?
Yeah, like basically you just roll the dice.
Excuse me.
A lot of sneezes, jeez.
Because I'm trying to hold it in. So at first there are several stages. And you
Okay.
play them with D12. Never mind. There he is. Hello.
Oh, my dice game.
Hold on. Let me
Shucks,
just
I
put
was
the,
gonna take
put
Pix's
this
money.
in meme. Let me just put this in meme chat. There we go. But anyway.
Hello.
Hello.
I apologize.
You're good.
When?
Anyway, so
Yeah, you're fine.
the party has a 3-0 vote on continuing on. Also, Plaza's here for moral support. Mine.
Okay. So next
I'm
slice.
so sorry. Yeah, next
Alright,
slice sounds
next
like a
slice.
plan.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Next
travel
slice
back
is-
up, and it's not Fudgy, the pirate captain, literally just goes, "Here's the key to the teleporter." I'm not even doing the voice.
All right
And
then. Let's
I'm
go
just-
then.
I'm doing the voice in my head. Can't stop me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to. Anyway, so you guys have decided to go to the next slice.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Womp. The next slice, if you are looking at the, I think the art is still in here somewhere. We did not pin it. Why did we not pin it? What sort of
I don't
bullshit
know,
am I
person with
on?
admin privileges. Why didn't you pin it?
There's like 6 people in here that have admin privileges. I don't want to hear it.
I know.
In this call alone, or
It's not in meme chat. Let's look in game chat.
not talking to me? I know that much.
I'm scrolling up the art channel. Old lady, flaming horse, Noah, Eris,
there it
goddess
is.
of discord.
It is Glacier Peaks. We are
Mhm.
skipping the Sprinkle Highlands because time.
Because it doesn't exist.
Aw, I
there's a
wanted to
D-
fight. I wanted to fight Rock Candy Coral Pookie Pookie.
No, what you
Yeah,
would have
but-
been fighting is the Jawbreaker Hecatoncheires, but we're not there. We are at Glacier Peaks because this was where I want you to be now.
Unfortunately, whenever I walked up to the Sprinkle Highlands, I got a pop-up asking me to buy the DLC.
You gotta ask.
I-
They just took my credit card.
I actually put these in the wrong order, but I don't care. And plus, you guys wanted me to speedrun the plot, so here we are.
I didn't say speedrun the
We didn't say
plot.
speedrun plot.
Do you want to
specifically
go
said
fight the
Go
Hecatoncheires?
longer. Bet.
Yeah.
What does the
I
DM
was
want us to
I
do?
initially brought up only because I didn't know how long it was, not that I wanted it to be shorter.
All
Yeah.
right. I was expecting Glacial Highlands because I put that and I fucking forgot that next was the Hecatoncheires area.
Yep, swap them and just do the thing you had prepared. Then whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck it. We ball. All right. So when you get
Also,
to this new
It's
area,
not like there is a natural progression of the slices from one biome to another. That you can't switch them out as willy nilly.
I was about to grab him by the throat. It's like, listen here, you little.
no.
No.
So, you
There
could just
was
go-
plot, but I fucked up. The plot can't exist and will exist. You're just gonna get plot bits a little early.
Whatever.
Rejoice. You also get Gilf early.
Mm.
Interesting.
Alright. You appear in a land of rainbow. It's cold but not chilly. It's cold maybe up to your ankles. The air itself is not. It's kind of weird. All around you is giant mounds, circular mounds of what looks to be a dairy dessert.
all eyes just slowly turn to Oreos.
In the I need to roll stuff because this one has active weather that can cause problems. I mean,
Oh,
the other
no.
ones
Problem.
did too, but you guys were lucky. Okay, good. It's not blizzard time. But in the distance, you see two gigantic peaks that look to be resting next to each other. There is a path ahead that is reasonably well traveled. It looks like there are soft, crumbly sprinkles right underneath what would be similar to snow.
Mm.
I will do some shenanigans real quick. About rainbow capture. There you go. So I can go grab some stuff. We are not in Oreos' home. In the distance, you hear trumpeting and a sound of two large animals attacking each other.
Bro.
But they don't seem to be anywhere near you.
You don't think we should inspect the
Hmm.
noise?
I'm willing to check it out.
Frog, Oreos, you coming with us?
Indeed.
He's in his own little world.
Glenn is having fun.
Hmm?
Glenn,
All
were
right.
you paying attention to anything I was saying? All right, from the top, it looks like this area is. I'm going to be blatantly. It's made out of ice cream, but it's not cold. It only feels cold up to your ankles. There is a. There is a. Seems to be a gigantic two bits of something out in the distance,
Hmm.
and they look to be resting against each other. You also hear in the distance loud trumpeting and something else, and in a clash of two titans.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Thank you for doing that. Now I can be able to pin this. Oh, it is pinned. What the fuck? It's pinned? Why are you
It's
not
been
showing up?
pinned.
Okay, it's been pinned. Why did it not show up the first time? That's weird. Anyway.
Hmm.
All right. So we go in to inspect the trumpeting and ungodly noises.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
As you continue to walk forward, you see footsteps. You see footsteps. I'm fucking brilliant. You see
I
footprints.
can see his feet and nothing else.
That would even be terrifying. You see footprints walking off the path off to the side. It looks like it's going to somewhere, and then it stops.
Hmm.
Would you like to go and figure out what's going on?
Uh,
Hmm.
Could I do survival to try and track it?
Sure.
Alrighty. Thank God barbarians, for some reason, had to get a wisdom buff.
You have to do
No,
something.
not buff. Focus and wisdom skills. Brain. 22.
Where the you put? Okay, you put that up there. Okay. It's not very hard to track this thing, but as you're tracking it, you notice that the gate in the weight placement means that they are a medium-sized creature that weighs close to possibly 200 pounds. You notice that they are putting a lot of weight towards the back of the foot, as if they're trying to catch their footing. As you get closer to where the footprints disappear, you notice why they disappear. There is a gigantic cliff going downward. It looks like
Hmm.
someone slid or rolled down it. Because you,
Hmm.
at the bottom, see a gigantic splat mark.
Oh. Somebody got rolled down the cliff here, pushed off in some manner, and, well, he's just gonna make a falling gesture with one hand into his other hand, and then just splat.
Hmm.
Somebody before us has fallen.
Hmm.
Can't figure out what chased him, though. He
I
was
knew.
stumbling around. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I just say what I need
I
to say.
wasn't gonna say anything the DM hadn't already said. You're free.
No, same. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
doing that, but I'm okay otherwise.
So there's no marks or anything showing another creature.
It does not seem to be. However, I would like people to do. I would like anyone who wants to do an investigation check.
What's my investigation roll? Oh, it's a +1.
If you want to, you can. If you don't have to.
You know what? I got a +2 to it. Let's try it.
22, 21, 4. All right.
Yes, the floor's made of floor.
Glenn, it's very obvious what happened here. They fell.
Yes.
Someone fell and apparently was able to get up and walk away. As you can see that there's footprints that seem to go past the splat mark.
Insta rich guy snoopily like placing his finger underneath like his nose and like, yes.
Hala and Oreos.
Mhm.
This cliff looks safe enough for you guys to slide down it, if done properly. And there is stuff seemingly littering the bottom of the cliff. Like something popped open.
Alrighty. Hollow's gonna go down the same way he did with the slide. Jam his axe into the cliff and go down.
That would work.
Yep.
Oreos, are you going down the cliff?
I am flying down on my winged
Understood.
boots.
The man
and
has 3 different methods.
Virgil and Glenn, what are you doing now? Seeing that your your compatriots have started to descend down the cliff.
I mean, I could grow. Could just end it all.
Someone
Wasn't
found
me.
the soundboard.
Want me?
Anyway,
Not this time, anyway.
are you going down the cliff or are you continuing down the path? Because the path does seem to veer away from the cliff.
Let's go down the path. Or at least I'm gonna go down the path.
Glenn?
Monkey see, monkey do. Glenn will follow.
All right. We have 2 going down the path and 2 going down the cliff face. Those who are at the bottom of the cliff face, which is Hala and Oreos, after descending the rather easy climb, descent, path, route, whatever you call it, you find that whoever was making these footprints fell on what looked to be an explorer's pack. You see a hammer, some pittance, some rope, some torches, like maybe 4 torches, and a magnifying glass.
In my head, I thought you were gonna go like my brain rot thought you were just gonna go a hammer, a hammer, a hammer.
A couple hammers, probably. At least.
For those who follow the path, it's a little bit longer before you finally come to the bottom of the cliff. Kind of snakes around. For those who went on the path, you actually have noticed something else. Massive footprints that seem to be beside the path, but never going on the path. Roll me, if you're curious, you can roll me nature to see if your character recognizes what these footprints are. No bombs.
Rope. What?
I was quoting
you're not at
Zelda.
all
What are we
interested.
rolling again?
No. Those who went on the path, which is Glenn and Virgil, are, if they want, they can roll nature to see if their character can figure out exactly what's going on. Because these are rather
Gotcha.
large footprints, but they are circular.
Do you wanna like out of character? Do you wanna roll, Glenn? Or
My
do you think
nature
that?
is my nature is a +1. What's yours?
Mine's a little bit better. Why is
I'll do
that
that.
I'm proficient?
I'll help Virgil with his.
Okay.
Seems like
Like-
a weird thing to be good at. Yeah, nature check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
24. Not bad.
25.
I'll do it.
Well, you've never seen one in real life. You have heard of the term pachyderm.
Oh no.
These footprints could only, while they are circular in shape and very softly pressed into it, you also notice strange fur-like dustings on the outside of the foot. Maybe due to the slightly cold environment, they need more fur or something like a bear. But you're not entirely sure. But you know that this is something related to an elephant. And yes, elephants are in D&D, so fight me, bitch.
I don't think it's an elephant. I think I know what this is.
But
I'm
they
not gonna
are
spoil it,
large.
though.
The footprint is as large as, well, if Glenn fell face forward into the ice cream snow beside it, it would be about the same size.
Hmm.
Indeed.
Hello? What? Why did everybody go silent?
We're waiting on what you guys do next.
Yeah.
Oh.
After making our decision and regrouping, is there anything else on the horizon?
As you get closer, you can more with greater. I'm losing fucking words. With greater discernment, you are able to figure out what those things that are resting against each other are in the distance. They're gigantic ice cream pops.
Hmm.
And there seems to be something underneath the peaks where they rest against each other.
Hmm.
But the sound still the sound of something, two large somethings fighting against each other is still very distant.
Hmm. Curious.
How distant?
Yes.
All right. I wasn't sure myself, but from the sounds of it. Hmm. Crap, I really don't know what I want to do right there. Anyone else have any idea on what to do? I am genuinely just like,
Let us
I
travel
want to control
between
it.
the two arches, closer to the two loud noises. At the very least, we may be able to at least see what they are, even if they are still very far away.
Sounds good to me. All right.
Alright.
Sounds good.
And once we see them, we can gauge the threat level on them from there, whether or not we need to hide or if it's a problem we can take care of.
Okay.
It's very simple as you get closer. You actually start to see people off into the coming closer and coming towards you. These look to be medium-sized creatures that have large backpacks on. Do you engage?
Well,
Uh,
to see them, yeah.
You do see them. They aren't hiding at all.
Kai,
Oh,
I saw the corpse. Do they look anything like that in their clothing and how their backpacks look?
No, they look like they're dressed for climbing and for the harsh, cold weather.
Are you looking for a man?
mhm.
Wait, was it a man? Or was it a blood smear?
Are you? Are you? What? What are you talking about?
Paula's going to shout out to the people with the backpacks.
All right, hold on. I have to go into my next room for this.
I just forgot to check.
What's up, Glenn?
Glenn was going to step forward, but I got spoken over.
Okay, Glenn,
Sorry.
you step forward. It's fine. You get a call back only if you are offering.
The dialogue's already started. It's all right.
No, you can go.
No, no, you go.
I don't know what to say.
Flirted from off in the distance.
Uh,
Head forward to engage with
Yeah.
the backpack people.
I will back Oreos up.
All right, Glenn, will you go with him?
I suppose so. Yeah.
What about you, Virgil?
Be tagging along, yeah.
All right. All four of you move forward, and they seem to be coming closer as well. So it's not that long until you meet. I have a picture for one of them.
Okay.
And it's going in meme chat. I don't care.
Okay.
Hmm.
A woman with her hair down and glasses on with a heavy looking coat. Her skin looks like pulled taffy. Or more more likely, the color blue.
Hmm.
Huh. Normally we don't get folks this far out. Who might you be?
A wandering band of adventurers traveling from one slice to the next.
Mm. Let me guess. You guys were pulled down here, forced to go on an adventure, only to be promised to be able to leave. Never.
Correct.
Mm. Well, you can call me Queen. Everyone else here does, and I've almost forgotten my name. She's going to squint at you, Oreos.
Yes.
You're an overdrive. Not drow. They call them elves up there, don't they?
Yes.
Well, it's not. It's not terrible. Not exactly great either. Looks to. She looks to Virgil. Oh, thank goodness, a normal human. I guess your clothes seem to be different. She looks to
And
Hala.
Freshy somehow figures out that.
She looks over to Hala and goes, "Huh, interesting. Never seen a bovine this big. Girls will get a kick at you."
Hala looked like he was about to say something till she said the girls will get a kick out of you. And then he just kind of shut his mouth like,
In fact, you actually see the other backpacker looking sheepishly up from behind this woman,
Hmm.
up at Hala. And I can't believe they let frogs adventure now.
he's a capable frog.
I'd like to look at like these people. What races are they?
They are both drow, but they both
Yes.
look like pulled taffy.
That's rich coming from an underelf.
I like this one. All right. Do you need directions or anything like that, or are you just going to head over to the Twin Cookie Peak?
Hmm.
Uh,
Well,
if you're willing to,
typically as we travel, end up finding that there's some sort of obstacle to our progress that we then need to deal with.
Hmm. The only obstacle that we have is. Well, no, we're trying to figure that one out.
would you like any helping with that problem?
Hmm. Um. No, that one's gotten handled. Well, there might be some people back at base that might have some interesting questions and favors to ask. We haven't exactly gotten out from our base much, considering we got hit with a blizzard not too long ago. So we gotta make sure that the paths are still there.
From what we saw, everything was fine, but somebody got ran off the cliff back there. That's why I asked if you were missing a man.
Oh, no, no, no. See, this one, she pulls the smaller drow from out from behind her. You see a slight drow. She's like a head shorter than this queen. This queen, quote unquote, uh, it sits about 6 foot even, so she's about 5'5". Uh, with a noticeably deflated backpack. This one right here fell while she was trying to get back. And now we have to go find her supplies.
Sorry, the pug was getting into something it wasn't supposed to.
And we lost Oreos.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
He opened a portal by accident and just straight to the warp.
Warped him.
Woe, siege be upon ye. Shit.
Uh-oh.
Not again.
Somebody's home.
Oh no. The dogs.
Shit.
I guess we'll take a small break until everyone comes back.
Alright.
I need to find my beasts of burden. Because I found a really cute picture and I wanted to use it.
Understood.
Ah, there's one. Are you back, Savage?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Computer crapped out for a second. Anyways,
Oh,
did I miss
okay.
anything learning about what's going on with the drow?
They say they really don't have any pressing matters, but they invite you to go to their outpost and figure out if anyone needs some help.
Very well then.
Though Rat said that dogs are pitching a fit.
Understood. But no, otherwise, not much else has actually happened.
Hala is going to cover his chest with his hands when they get there. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Alrighty. So you guys are free to roam around a little bit. There seems to be an outpost underneath the Twin Cookie Peak. Mind you, no shirt, yes. So do you continue forth to the Cookie Peak? It seems to be rather close. Oh, also the reason why there was a splat was because, well, she fell and lost all of her stuff in her backpack, so they're going back and grabbing supplies.
I see.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Would they happen to know what the giant sound of creatures clashing is?
Uh, you can ask them. They're probably, well, they might know. You will have to ask them. I was trying to remember. It's like, do they know? Yes, they do.
I do so.
All right. Oh, that. We were about to actually go and put up an expedition to go and see what's all that noise. It sounds like a mastodon or a mammoth, but we're not entirely sure. There's also a different noise happening underneath, but we haven't been able to figure out exactly what noise that is.
Hmm. Very well then.
I'll meet you later. We're supposed to have a little bit of a get together to see if we've lost any of our things.
All right. Suppose we'd let you go by.
Let's move on then.
She nods, the other one nods, and they continue past.
All right then.
We shall go to the camp where Hala is going to feel very self-conscious about his tits.
What?
Thank you, Hala and DM for both saying those things. I shall remember to kill you both later.
Hey, I'm recording. I don't have the recording focused on that. So I have to say it. I apologize. It's for the
I
recording.
suppose so.
I apologize. As you continue on, you notice now there's a lot of these massive footprints with weird, what looks to be halos around them. Orios and Hala would now be able to see them as well.
Hmm.
Now there seems to be little ones. Little footprints, also along with the big ones. That's a weird big foot, is what Hala says. And smaller, similarly weird foot.
Continue investigation.
As you get closer to the outpost, you notice that the outpost is actually suspended up in the air. There seems to be a drow, being drowsy, sitting at the elevator controls. Ah. Oh, we have adventurers. Hi. Would you like to go up? It's a little safer than on the ground.
Very well.
If it's safer, we'll take it. Oh, board the elevator. We won't really give much thought otherwise.
Alright, then hop on. Oh, well. Yeah, I guess that would work. She's looking at Glenn whenever she's like, oop, I should not say hop.
It's okay.
Glenn will simply just smile.
After you guys get on the elevator, she gets on as well, and she activates the controls, which seem to be at least 4 levers, and she has to hit a button with a hammer before you guys start to shoot upwards into the floating settlement. I say floating, it's not very, it's suspended. And so, you guys get to the settlement. It seems to be about 60 small houses, 40 medium-sized houses. It's an actual proper settlement. And at least 5 large houses. Some operating as shops, some operating as forges, and it is only women here. You all are catching all sorts of side eyes and other eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What's their reaction to Glenn? You know, and him being Le Frogue.
Some are a little weirded out because they've only ever seen underground frogs. Others are interested, probably in dissection. You can't really tell. You can't really tell from just looking at them. Oreo's just catching the biggest amount of side eyes, mostly because he's an overworld elf and they're a under elf species.
Yeah.
So, however, Hala, poor Hala. There's a lot of fuck me. Oh, there's a lot of fuck me eyes. You cannot escape.
Interesting.
And Virgil, it's half and half. Half interest, half non-interest.
I'm assuming, Virgil, your character looks akin to Virgil from Devil May Cry.
Possibly.
Would the women in the village react to that?
As I said, 50% are interested, 50% don't really care. Or are showing that.
Seems you have some fans, Virgil.
It seems so. Didn't think I was as popular. At least I didn't think so. Well, I'd rather not dwell on it for much longer.
Hey! Hey, you four! There seems to be someone calling out from one of the shops.
Glenn will look over.
Indeed.
Hey, your armor looks pretty bad. Do you need some help with it? And then there's another one. Hey, I see your arms are starting to get a little on the weak side. I can sell some, swords and stuff.
They called our J's fake.
And another one. Hey, how about you leave them alone and allow them to sleep? We can rent you rooms on the cheap.
Do 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 do.
There's one that will actually run up to you four, hand you all flyers, and then keep walking along giving flyers out. It's advertisement for magic items. You guys are in a...
Oh, very good then.
You guys are in a very thriving, what seems to be female-only area of the map.
I was gonna say, so this is like an icy area that we're in,
Fascinating.
yeah?
Yes.
Do the buildings around us, as well as the way the women are dressed, very Nordic?
No.
Remember, this is technically supposed to be the Underdark.
They... The women themselves, some of them are wearing more clothes than others. Some are wearing clothes that seem to be very provocative, trying to drive business. Some of them are dressed in ways that are just comfortable to them, which means barely anything. And some of them are so covered up you could not really tell if there was skin or if that's cloth. Wide variety.
Interesting. Very well then. Let's continue. To see this magical shop and its wares.
Alright. There's a weird address printed on it, but you're able to find it pretty easily. There is a woman smoking the hookah, sitting out front. There doesn't seem to be any actual windows, just openings that people can sit in. And there is a door near the opening, and she goes, Alright. What sort of magic do you do, wizard?
I am an archmage in the art of chronomancy, time magic.
Chronomancy. As it bubbles. I used to date a chronomancer. There's stuff in there if you want.
We'll observe and see what can be found.
Alright. As you get close to her, she smells like she is smoking something cinnamony.
Very
Just
well
going to
then.
leave it at that.
Len's gonna take a closer look at this flyer, the one that states for a shop for magic items.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it has directions written on it.
There's an address. And Oreos has figured it out. I'm actually going to go quickly use the bathroom. I apologize. We're going to take a small break.
No problem.
Understood.
Would be worth our time to visit this magic item procurer.
It's fairly convenient, yeah.
What say you lot?
I say we're extremely fortunate to find it. It's actually quite nice that we're not having to stress all too terribly much right now.
Aye, it's good to have respite between our journey. All too much of we had to fight for our life.
Indeed.
Since we're taking this break, I'm just gonna go get something to eat real quick.
Alrighty.
Okay. Hala, you
Welcome
don't
back.
know until you try.
Still
Thank you.
missing a few players right this second, but welcome
Ooh.
back, DM.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I even had to go find the second bathroom.
But what about second bathroom?
Hey, Glenn.
Glenn walked away for a quick second.
Motherfucker.
While we were on break, we were having a little talk between characters, but just figured in a moment and was like, okay, let's go on break real quick.
Yeah.
So, I guess sound off obviously when you're here. I know Hala's here. I assume Orios is here, but it's rude to assume.
I am very much here.
All right.
Alright, good. Just double checking to make sure I know everyone else is here.
Virgil, make a deck save. She feels someone coming up behind you.
A dexterity saving throw.
Otherwise known as I'm not going to do that because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a funny number.
13. Yeah.
I
You
had a nice
managed
butt.
to. You managed to twist around before you see what looked to be a woman dressed up similar to a blacksmith reaching her hand out. It would have been to your butt. Hi.
Hi, very seductively.
She stands up straight. I was only measuring.
Measuring what? Nothing that requires you to get that close, I recall.
Pants. I gotta at least measure your butt in order to figure out how long your pants are gonna be. I mean, if you want to buy something.
Yeah, this is how they usually get you. I don't feel like buying anything at this time, though I appreciate you, I guess, looking into things.
Fine. She'll turn around and walk away.
Some people.
First they measure your butt, and then bam, 3 kids.
Yeah, that's the risk you run. But we know the risks. I assume so at the very least.
So, what are these magic items?
Well, there's a couple. There are boots of spider climb that seem to have spider legs attached to them. There's a lot of spider legs on them. That's a lot of spider legs. Um, there are a couple of tomes that, at first glance, you really can't tell what exactly they are. They're color coded, so they've got to be different, like, schools of magic, at least, you hope. Or else someone's just colorblind and they can't figure out the difference of colors. There's what looks to be a folder, but it looks stuck shut with an inordinate amount of candy just sticking it together. There's a couple of amulets that are provocative, at least, all with 50% off. There's a couple of tea leaves that you're pretty sure would be useful in divination. There's a couple of what looks to be mismatched items. And there's no actual magical weapon. They just look like someone messed up on the enchanting and suddenly this axe has a mind of its own. Worst shoes in existence. Magic book. Someone's third grade English folder. No. It's not animal. It's not an amulet with tits. It's an amulet with that looks like a dick.
Why are we having this fascination with phallic or bodily part items?
And tease.
Oh boy.
And there goes Blaz.
Yeah, talk about enough of that stuff and it'll scare anyone away.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
I begin casting Identify on each and every object.
Apologies if I took a little bit longer than expected.
You're fine. Those are indeed shoes. Those are boots of spider climb. Though, when used, you're pretty sure those spider legs are the ones that are actually carrying you, so you better lace up. The books of magic are divination for tarot cards. Divination by looking into fire. Divination on teas. And enchantment. The folder that's stuck together with candy residue, that one isn't actually magical. There's no magic on it. But if you get close enough, you see chronomancy and space affected by what? With a scribbled out name on it. The amulet is a fertility amulet and a different there's different types of amulets all dealing with that. And the teas have different divination styles depending on how you steep it. Some is for childbirth, some is for actually figuring out if you're going to have a good day, if you have good luck, if you're going to get a promotion, stuff like that.
Wait, so all these magical items are like have a downside or something? From what you're saying?
Some of them do. Some of them are just weird. They're like Victorian era magic items.
Are we streaming?
Occult. No, they're not. We're recording. They're a cult, if anything. Except for one that isn't a magic item. It's just a possibly thesis statement. But the thesis of a man who is very confused. Hey, Glenn.
Yeah.
Roll me athletics.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
The one stat that strength supports.
Yeah.
That's a 21. Modified.
You are able to quickly and quite swiftly remove yourself from a situation. in which someone was trying to take your sword. You see the woman that was hawking her wares about swords and stuff earlier, trying to sneakily take your sword and inspect it. Hi. Very nice swords you got there. I was just making sure that they're sharp.
If you wish to inspect the blade, you must merely ask. I do not take kindly to thieves.
Hmm. I was just gonna do it. I wasn't gonna cause any problems. She slinks away back to her shop.
Glenn will follow.
Oh, all right. I can sharpen your sword, just with silver to make sure it's nice and ready for battle.
Glenn, I'm assuming I can see this sharpening stone that she plans to use. Like, it's not like in some
It
workshop.
is. The shop is open, so you are able to walk on in, and the sharpening wheel is right up front. Like, she can make a spectacle about it.
Glenn will permit and offer his sword, but he'll make sure to keep a very close eye in case she tries to do a runner.
All right.
Granted, we're right by her shop, so she probably wouldn't want to risk running while her shop is here.
Exactly. 1 silver
But
to sharpen the sword, of course.
Glenn will give her a silver.
She sharpens the
What is
blade and makes sure
it?
that it's fine.
A question: is it for gold, silver to copper? Is it 10 for one, or is it 100 for one?
10, 10, 10.
So 10 for one. Okay,
E.
because I've got 9 silver and 119 gold now.
She hands back the sword. Like I said, was just gonna polish it, make sure it's nice and sharp.
I understand that now, but forgive me for being apprehensive.
Well, I will warn you, a lot of shopkeepers are dying for business. So, much like how I was doing it, sometimes resorting to underhanded techniques are exactly what drives business around here. In fact, I actually saw one of the magic maidens stealing a dagger the other day.
Hmm. See, um, might I perhaps browse your wares? Perhaps I can support this business.
Oh, sure. My dad ran the shop for a while, but I haven't seen him in a while. Um, so just take a look around. There's a
I'll take
couple.
a look.
There's a couple of bronze-colored candy swords. There's a couple of silver-looking swords. There are a couple of swords that have the tag silvered on them.
Silver, as in like they are made of silver kind of thing.
They have silver plated on them.
Hmm. Are any of them perhaps long swords?
There is one.
Glenn will look to the shopkeep. This silver sword, am I allowed to take it off the rack to inspect it?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Glenn will do so and take a look at its quality and sure if it's a real silver blade.
All right. Roll me investigation. Virgil, what would you like to do?
Uh, honestly, I'm thinking of just calmly walking through the town at this rate in time. There's not really much else for myself to do, or that I want to find myself doing.
Alrighty. 19. It does, in fact, have a very sharp edge. It's straight. It's a long sword, and it is silvered.
This silver blade, it seems of very high quality. You're a talented blacksmith.
Oh, no, no, no. My father made that. Though, it's been a while since I've seen him. There's a reason why, whenever men come into the village, we try to keep them here as long as possible.
I see.
For some, they've never really seen a male before. For another reason, she kind of looks around. The men get taken away.
I see. How long ago was it that your grandfather left?
Father, and
Father.
around 3 months.
I see.
This town is a shadow of what it used to be. The men would wake up at night screaming about the lady in red, calling for them to her quote unquote forbidden garden. And they would disappear the next night.
Have you had any records of where these poor men go?
We've seen some footprints go off to, I believe, the north. But as soon as we follow it, we get stopped by the Guardian.
The Guardian?
She's a mother herself, so she usually keeps the women here. But it's for our own good, I hope. In fact, she was actually around here not too long ago.
How can it be good when it places the progress of your village in such peril?
Well, because every time the Guardian comes around, there's usually adventurers that will follow it and figure out what's going on. In fact, not too long ago, there was a couple of adventurers that came by. A couple of women, a couple of men. And I was one of the few shopkeepers that actually reached out to them to try to tell them what was going on. Then the men freaked out one night and disappeared just like the rest of them. The women adventurers went after them. I think they were, like, they looked to be part fish, and another was, looked to be part monkey? I'm not entirely sure.
Part fish, part monkey. That is peculiar.
No one goes as far to try to find the men anymore because, well, we kind of just have lived on without them. Drow have a longer lifespan anyway than most of the men that come down here.
I see. Well, to the previous topic, this silver blade. What is its price?
Let me see. She goes behind the she goes behind a desk and opens up a ledger. Um, 15 gold pieces. That's what it says. My father wrote
15.
down all the prices that he saw was fair.
Glenn will place down 19 gold pieces. A little extra to help the business.
Thank you. She takes it, and you see her put it in a small pouch. She hides it behind the counter. All right. You best get back to your friends. Tell them what's happening. Since you're an all-male group, it might be for the best that you travel there earlier before the madness takes over.
I will. Thank you.
She will
So
nod.
this silvered sword, it's just a regular longsword except with the silver property.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, don't silvered weapons count as magical attacks or something like that, or like they ignore magical resistance or something? I don't fully remember.
Fuck, does it?
I believe it's just for
I think it's just
But
for specific monsters with the silver
yeah,
issue.
the usual folklore ones. It will ignore their resistances.
well, I could.
Hold on. Uh, it makes the weapon more effective against creatures that are vulnerable to silver, certain creatures like types of undead or shapeshifters.
Okay.
So if I tell you that your weapon does extra damage, that creature is vulnerable to silver.
Some monsters have an immunity or resistance to non-magical weapons. Oh, so some that have a resistance to non-magical can be weak to silver. So it's not everything. So,
It's not all those who have that, but
okay, so it's only certain creatures that silver.
she
Yeah,
gave it to you for a steal because they're usually 100 gold.
I thought you
yeah,
gave him a silver.
yeah. I'm like, I just looked at the page. I'm like, silvering the weapon costs 100 gold pieces.
That's a
So,
little bit of a pretty penny.
to say the least, yeah. But Glenn will bid her a friendly croak and leave the store.
She will watch you as you leave.
Um, can Glenn see any of his compatriots in the vicinity?
Yeah, there's Virgil and Hala still kind of standing out in the middle of nowhere. You see that Oreos has disappeared, but he might have gone to that magic shop.
Indeed.
But he left that mental reminder for us.
Oreos, have you found something that you are interested in looking at?
Out of what was listed, I suppose I might have some interest in the bizarre thesis thing.
Hala is paralyzed at the leering eyes. Virgil, you can actually see a bunch of drow ladies looking at Hala. Some of them very lustful. The thesis. You open up and it's got a couple of pages that are unstuck.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how certain magic stays longer than it should. Certain
Mm-hmm.
time related ones. And
Interesting.
even though that the author seems to be knowledgeable in chronomancy, he does state that he is actually not a chronomage. In
Hmm.
fact, his magic is fire based, but he has accidentally stumbled onto adding so much energy into an area that it affects time and space.
Very interesting.
He states that things like time stop seems to have, in certain areas of the realm that they are currently in, longer or shorter durations. And portals seems to stay open indefinitely.
Very interesting.
He doesn't know the reason, but his hypothesis is there is a sort of space bending spell, charm. He doesn't know. Something that is causing something. Again, that's not his magic. And the rest of the pages are stuck together.
Curious. Very curious.
Oh, that you hear the mage shop owner breathe out. Oh, that you can have that for free. Good riddance to him. You can hear
What-
her
What
smoking.
happened to him, if I may ask?
Just like the rest of them. Disappeared one night screaming about the Scarlet Garden and their beautiful lady. Serves him right, the
Interesting.
cheating bastard.
Curious.
You can keep it for free.
Very well then. Takes it. And finding nothing else of, at least of interest to, in particular, heading to meet up with the rest of the group.
Poor Hala. Poor Hala. There's at least 6 drow from any direction looking at your titties. Virgil, what would you like to do?
Part of me wants to be funny and say, look at Hala's bare chest.
Do you do so?
No, against my best wishes, I shall not. I look for any shop that looks, look, who's selling what at this point?
There is an armor shop. There is a what seems to be a swords and weapons shop. There's the maid shop that Orios went in. There is an actual inn and tavern. There's also something with a red lantern on the outside of it. And it's offering oysters.
Interesting.
If Hala had errant confidence, he would be plotting his backs.
Hmm. I'm just trying to think here. So, real quick,
So what's around real quick? I'm sorry to make you repeat yourself, TM.
There's a weapon shop, an armor shop, a magic shop, the inn that has a tavern. There's also a shop that has a red lantern on the outside of it that is swearing up and down that it's only selling oysters.
And you know what? You sound like you have like I'll metagame a little bit. It sounds like you had fun designing that one with the oysters. Let's go visit that.
uh, I have
Am I
read.
correct?
Maybe. Anyway, so you go into the Red Lantern shop, and you notice a very provocatively dressed drow. It is also kind of steamy in here. Actual steam, not only that type of steam.
Understood.
Oh, hi there, traveler. Are you here for the oysters? What the fuck?
Pay no mind to that.
It's the bard next door.
Park next door. So dumb.
Yeah, I came in here to try out, or just to see what this place was. Seems that you guys just sell oysters, so
Oh, we sell other things than oysters, but we like to keep them fresh.
Oh, well, okay. So, what else do you guys? What else do you guys sell here?
Well, we sell a specific service that some adventurers can't live without.
Okay.
Thank you, Glenn.
Can we be more specific?
Well, it requires 25 gold an hour. And for some of the girls in the back, they might even let you eat the oysters off of them. I don't understand what the fuck is going on IRL because there is like someone fucking with a cannon or something in the background.
Tally ho.
Hmm. I I'm gonna level with you, lady. I have no idea what you're talking about.
She seems a little taken back. Have you ever heard of prostitutes?
Not normally, no.
So you've heard of prostitutes? This is a whorehouse, honey.
I hardly see why you guys should call you speak so lowly of yourselves.
Some of my ladies have a degradation kink. Now, would you like to spend your time with a lady doing what is normally only done between a man and a woman, or would you rather I get you a man?
I probably should sit this one out, actually.
Turn around. Get out of my shop.
All right. Let's just casually step out. I really don't have anything else here.
Virgil, the the paladin's just like,
I am the storm.
I am the storm that I am not arising though.
Oh wow.
Alright, so Aureus, you come back. Virgil, you're here. Glenn, you're here. Hala, you're here. Oreos, you're here. And you're a little on the tired side. There is an inn, or you can continue keep pressing.
I can finally speak.
The dogs, they have calmed down.
Yeah. I would like to go to the weapon shop if at all possible.
Of course. You come out of the shop that Glenn. Go into the shop that Glenn just left. Oh, hi.
Hold on. You got any of them magical weapons?
Not sure. Let me check. You can see her quickly looking through the dogs. Oh no. You hear her flipping through them going, "Oh, I actually have one. It's a great axe of returning that seems to be +1. Where did he put that? Ah!" You see her struggling to take it out. Or, not out. Off of a set of rungs are attached to the wall. I don't know exactly what it means by +1 or returning, but I think this would work for you. R.I.P. Hala. He is dead.
I hardly
I'm
know
here.
him.
Sorry. I only caught that it was +1 and returning.
Yeah, it's a great axe.
So I can throw it?
It does have the returning.
The weapon shop owner shrugs.
Oh, right. Oh. How would you like me to pay for this fine magical weapon?
Hopefully with money. I'm not going to ask for any sexual favors. You're at the wrong shop for that.
Shala just looks at his measly 15 gold.
they sold oysters.
I just wanted oysters, but they tried to give me sex.
Fun fact, there was a time that since red light districts are often cropped up in port towns, they could get oysters, which was seen as an aphrodisiac, pretty quickly and for pretty cheap. That's why the red light also meant oysters.
Yep.
Ta-da. Well, normally they go for 30, but if I'll take what you can, we can trade.
Alright,
What do you
shit,
have?
let me look at my stuff. You want some javelins and a crowbar?
Yeah, I can knock down that 10 gold if you give me those.
Alright. He will give her 4 javelins and a crowbar.
Alright, I just need the 10 gold and we're good to go.
And he will give her that. I now have flat gold.
And you also have a magical item.
Yee. Hollow will thank her. He will walk out and he will.
You once again feel the eyes on you.
You know what? Just for the hell of it, Hollow's gonna test something. What? You know, yeah, screw it. He's gonna pop his pecs.
Huh.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
We'll see what happens.
8 of them swoon, 1 of them faints, Another has to quickly avert her eyes because she has started to get a nosebleed. There are now more eyes on you.
Damn you, +5 to strength and +4 to charisma. With that, Hollow will quickly move to meet up with his friends.
All right. What would you like to do now?
That is an excellent question. What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
We appear to be doing it. Whatever it is.
Well,
No, you denied
so
them
there
that.
is something. We found the problem, or at least the beginnings of it. Apparently, there's some sort of entity or force that seems to have pipered away all of the men that used to live in this area.
So that's what they've been looking at me like a new steak.
Partially, yes. So, all I know is that that's what's happened. I don't know much about where they go or what caused it, other than apparently it affects their minds at night. Causes some sort of strange enchanting effect.
So we take a little rest, wait for whatever guys are in the village left to go to sleep, and just follow them if they run away.
I'm pretty sure we're the only ones here.
All right. Who's gonna go to sleep and let us follow them then?
I
I will
suppose I
stand watch.
We could always draw straws if you're not too certain, though.
I will stand watch for tonight. You three get rest.
How about we do this? Paula's gonna pull out his dice set. Each of us roll a die. Whoever rolls lowest has to go.
Well, that sounds like a good idea, actually.
So just everybody roll a d6. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh no! For those at home, we had 3 6s on a d6, and Oreos rolled a 2. All right. So, Oreos, you were the one that
Yes.
rolled the lowest. I believe that means he goes to sleep and sees if the effects happen, or do
This, se-
the 6s
this
sleep?
Nope, just Oreos.
this seems like a very stupid idea.
I
Considering
had
the
it.
fact
What
that
do you
I could
expect?
easily kill all 3 of you if I lose control of my faculties.
He's right, you know.
That seems to be the risk we're having to take.
I could probably put Frog and Virgil in the ground, and it's the same thing. It's a whole big serious threat. So we gotta
No,
work this out.
no.
You're just mad because you drew the short straw. Now go to bed. He's gonna throw a bedroll at him.
Okay.
There is an inn in town. You don't have to just
We'll go.
camp out in the middle of nowhere.
We'll go to the inn.
Yep. Hollow was just throwing the bedroll to emphasize his point.
You go to the inn, and this looks to be a drow with gigantic titties. like bigger than the rest of them. But
I think this entire episode is just going to be titled Boobs.
there is
Honestly, there's been
actually a
lot.
dude. There is a male drow.
Yeah, but he's also got massive titties.
No, he does not.
How do I know that?
You can look at him. However, you do notice something about this drow. He is chained to the inside of the establishment.
Ah.
BDSM, got it.
Welcome to my inn. Ignore Cletus over there. Cletus is a little under the weather, and I can't trust him to do anything outside in the village. Otherwise, the other ladies will pounce on him. So I keep him locked up, and he's perfectly fine. In fact, I think he likes it. I'm not entirely sure. I don't judge the man. Now, how many days you staying?
Let's just start with one night.
All right, that'll be 5 gold for the for all of you to stay in one room. I don't judge you,
And
but I will have to ask Cletus to move some beds.
fine.
I would take my own room if that's alright.
Ignore that. The bard's out it again. All right, you get your own room. All right, that's 5 for you, and then 5 for them. It's 5 gold per room. Since you're only doing one night, you don't have to pay multiple.
I'm not paying for you to have your own private room, Paula.
I'm paying for my own room. I got a plan.
Oh, all right then.
All right, that's 5 from you, big boy, and 5 from you, elven boy. She takes the gold and hands over 2 keys.
Paula will take his.
They're right next to each other, so in case anything happens, well, you're right next to each other. And since you all are men, you have the option of getting chains to your bed so that you don't actually, wander off due to the supposed Scarlet Witch that keeps trying to seduce my husband.
On second thought, I think I'll just bunk in with them.
All right, hand me your key and I'll give you back your gold.
What do the arrangements look like?
Well, we don't have much the way of plumbing, but we do have one inside bathroom. It's on the edge of the hall. Oh no, the Disney lawyers will be after this YouTube channel.
It happens.
Not if they can find me, because I'm a very small YouTube channel. Oh no, it's Rat. Rat can't afford giving away the key. You're good?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
You're here.
Okay. Discord did me a fuck once more. Did
Not
what I
tech.
say get through though?
If you want to get your gold back, you're going to have to give back the key.
He did so first. Yep.
Alright, so you have your 5 gold back.
Yep. Shucks.
Alright. Well, now, Are you guys sure you don't want any of the chains to keep y'all, inside the establishment?
We'll be we'll be keeping an eye on our friends. We won't need it. We appreciate the gesture.
All right. Each be his own, I suppose.
Alright, so we'll make our way to our rooms.
It's pretty decently sized rooms with pretty decent beds. There's even a rug. And she was right. The bathroom's all the way at the end of the hall.
Almost
Oh,
fiendish.
almost.
And Oreos, are you going to go in trance?
Yes,
Hello?
I am.
Okay. I thought my Discord broke for a hot second because I saw everything flash green and then nothing happened for a hot second. Woo! Discord
Fun.
is not happy today. Alright, so Oreos, you start to trance. Everyone else, what are you doing while he is starting his trance? Hollow will stand and wait, okay? Glenn.
I'd like to check. Is there an ensuite bathroom, or is
Nope.
there? It is
The
like
bathroom
just
is at the end of the hall.
Glenn will make his way to said bathroom.
Huzzah, a functioning toilet.
There is nothing to bathe.
No, that seems to be on the first floor.
Glenn will go downstairs to this bathing room.
The bathing room seems to be very rudimentary. There is a large bath, a place to scrub, and that seems to be it. There is no shower.
Glenn will take a step into the. There is a bathtub, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It seems to be water-ish.
Glenn will sit inside the tub, making sure to place his sword on the side before holding the decanter of endless water above his head and proclaiming the word stream
Indeed,
pointed down at us.
indeed, it starts to bubble and babble as a stream of watery syrup seems to fall out of it, hydrating you.
Glenn will croak in relaxation
Virgil,
as he's just a happy little frog.
happy frog time.
Yes.
Oh, Virgil,
What's up?
what would you be doing while Orios is trancing at the moment? Paula seems to be standing at attention. Glenn has decided to walk off.
You know what? I'll be taking care of my bed. Just making sure that's all squared away. Anything that I have on my person is just
not on my person physically and is beside where I'll be sleeping for the night.
There is indeed a bed that you can use, but it seems like Orios is trancing. Oh boy, Orios. Oh boy. You feel something try to pick into your trance.
All right.
It's not happened because normally things like to, you know, not mess with an elf's trance. I would like
Indeed.
a wisdom save.
All right.
Okay? At the edge of your trance, you see a woman in reddish garb flowing out, and she stands inside of a courtyard, beckoning you toward her, calling out, "Come on, it's fine." But you can feel yourself pulling away. You've
Mhm.
beat the DC check.
Huh.
She reaches out, trying to pull you closer. You can see the red of the courtyard start to bleed out, seemingly covering all that you see. I need another wisdom save, as this
Okay
thing
then.
is not letting go.
Mm-hmm. I actually got the wrong number last time, so Bushki.
Oh, Orios, you are a master of the arcane, and you don't need to worry about any old thing. You are smart. You are so smart that you know when this is a massive red flag, even
Yes.
bigger than the lady that is trying to beckon you into her area. You are able to push her out. And
Am I able
she,
to at least grasp where this thing is coming from?
you see, anytime that you move your head, it seems like she is appearing further eastward,
All right then.
northeast. And off in the distance, you can hear a trumpet. It's closer than what you hear now.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the lady turn, and in front of her is an absolute massive, what looks to be a gigantic elephant, but is covered in thick, coarse hair.
Hmm.
And then the vision ends. And you are returned back to your normal trance, seeing past visions, past experiences.
All right.
And that is it for your trance.
All right. I know the direction we need to go in, friends.
In which direction would that be?
Northeast.
Of course. We'll get work on that in the morning.
I think I think we should have invested in them chains, honestly. I didn't know what to do after I expected him to get up and start walking.
Eh, it could always be worse.
But what if we get charmed in our sleep like that?
I mean, that is an excellent question. I don't know the answer to, unfortunately.
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah.
We can
Buddy,
hear that. You heard that too. Whatever you were playing,
What?
we can
I didn't
hear.
hear it.
We can
What
hear.
game you got there?
Yeah, what you playing?
You got games on your phone?
Sorry.
No,
You're
no,
good.
you're okay. We're just exclaiming that we hear it. There's nothing to be
You-
sorry about.
It's
Is-
just kind of funny.
Hmm.
So you all had the plan of following me into the night, but now that we know the direction, but I'm not tranced, you all want to take a nap.
It's late at night, of course. It's going to be night soon. I don't want to be out there.
It's cold, and I ain't got a shirt on.
I'd I'd rather fight something in the warmth of here if something comes to us.
Exactly.
It's not going to. What's going to happen are the rest of you are going to get tranced, and I'm going to have to decide whether to babysit your sleepwalking bodies all the way there, or attempt to stop you using of resources I could use to actually deal with the problem later on.
Honestly, you're gonna have to use them either way.
Or we could just ask him to chain us up.
Do we have chains?
They
The
have a
lady
chaining
downstairs said she had
system.
chains.
You go ask the
Sure,
front desk for chains, like she said
I'll
3
go
times.
to do so. I'll
I just
go
meant like,
do
did we already
so.
take those?
Okay,
Is what I
or
meant.
Nope.
I will
She-
just go down, say I've already had mine, so I'm fine. The other three are less sure now that they've finally gotten all sleepy.
She hands over 3 chains. Oh, don't worry,
Thank
I'm
you.
best of luck. Oh,
I go to do
Lord.
for that. Oh, boy. I bring the chains for them.
Alright, you guys can attach it to your beds and to your ankles. The beds are bolted to the ground.
I
I don't
guess.
know if it's stop me all that easily, but something.
Then we'll
I-
use the chain and lay down in bed, I guess.
I'm about as comfortable as I can be chained up.
Honestly, you guys could have probably taken a nap while Oreos was there and Hala was keeping track. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oreos, you get to watch over the babies.
Glenn has to hydrate at least once a day.
I just think it's not gonna affect us.
What, the non-hydration? What?
No, the thing that they're worried about.
We'll have to
You,
see.
you think s- you think that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not.
Hala, Glenn, and Virgil. You all drift off to sleep. You all have similar dreams. Some of you see a woman draped in red, sitting in a very lavish red grove. It's near some old ancient ruins. One of you, I'm not entirely sure who, sees a lady in red sitting next to a pond, playing with the waters, beckoning you in. This looks like actual water, not candified. I need all
Is it
three
the
of you
wisdom save?
to make wisdom saves.
Oh boy. What's my wisdom hat? Okay, still +2. Better than nothing. 18.
You said a
All right.
wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Eh, could be worse.
This includes you too, Glenn.
Should Glenn have it at disadvantage because he hasn't seen water since we got here?
No, probably not.
Damn.
Virgil,
Aren't you on the same team?
I know. I just thought it would be funny.
Virgil,
True.
you feel compelled to go to this lady. And Oreos, you see Virgil start to move, and you hear him mutter something about something scarlet calling to him.
Mhm.
Thankfully, you are chained to the bed, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Glenn and Hala. You see her put more emphasis on calling towards you. Hala, it seems like she is almost touching your face. Glenn, she pulls out a scarlet water lily and holds it out to you. It is dripping in water. Clean water. Actual water. I need both Hala and Glenn to make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Glenn, you were able to resist the temptation of this scarlet cladded woman, and you hear closer, almost in your ear, a massive trumpet as you see something clad in a blizzardy white. Obscured, but you know deep down in your froggy heart that this is the guardian. A guardian. That the weapon shop owner told about. Hala, you feel her embracing the side of your face. You smell something floral and musty. Oreos, a second one, has risen out of their bed, muttering about a scarlet lady.
Yep.
Hala. Oh god, how strong are these chains?
We're about to fucking find out.
Oh no.
Hala and Virgil, we are now going to do something fun.
Okay.
We're going to play a battle of luck.
Oh no.
Sounds good to me so far.
You don't have to roll anything. I get to roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, I'd be more worried about the bed shattering than the chains themselves.
You have to survive 5 rounds. Actually, no.
Freddy's?
No. You
Oh.
have. I have 2 dice here. You have to survive 5 rounds of me rolling against you to see if you break the bed or the chains and get loose.
Okay.
Whether or not you want to be loose is up to you. But since you two were the ones that failed, one one of the wisdom saves. It's gonna be pink or green.
Green.
Okay, Virgil
Pink.
is green. Hala is pink. Virgil, roll me a 1d20.
Bye, Virgil.
That is one round that Virgil has started to attack the chains. Hala, roll me a d20.
Oh no.
We are not going to get the deposit back.
What
No.
deposit?
Yeah, you guys put a deposit down? Oh man. If I had done that, I wouldn't have taken. I wouldn't have accepted the chains.
Oh.
Both have failed the round. It is best 3 out of 5. All right.
Yep.
Both of you roll to see if you are lucky enough to
Just a flat d20 again.
just a flat. Actually, no. I will disregard that 8. Add your wisdom modifier to it.
Well, at least we're not adding our strength modifier.
Oh,
Oh, god damn it.
Virgil, you succeed. Rat, Hala, you succeed. So that's 1-1.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, I am supposed to. I could add your strength scores to mine, but I'm not going to. Roll another round of wisdom. You were trying. 17. Okay. A 16 for Virgil and a 17 for Hala. Hala succeeds. That is 2 rounds you've succeeded. You need 1 more in order to end the minigame.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Are we going to get a last round? Roll your wisdom.
Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Suki is talking about her fanfic in my DMs. Give me 1 second.
Of course.
I'm her beta reader. I've got to see what she's talking about.
All right, let's see.
Uh-oh.
Come on. All right, 6 and an 8. Hala.
Okay.
You've succeeded. Virgil,
Mm-hmm.
you need 1 more round.
Okay. Wisdom roll.
Wisdom roll.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, here we go.
Well,
Here we go.
Oh, he's awake. Quick, disintegrate.
By 1, you have beaten the minigame. Both
Oh,
of
good.
you collapse back onto the ground. The chains have held, but barely. No joke. I rolled a 9 on that last one. I'm just like, oh. Oreos, none of your compatriots have escaped tonight.
Well, that's good at least.
But I would like for you to roll me an Arcana check.
All right then.
Alrighty. You feel that there is magic being woven through the air, and if you were to look out to where you have felt where this lady in red or scarlet is, you can feel the pull of an enchanting magic But it's strange
Mhm.
considering you're an elf and elves don't get charmed.
Indeed.
So this is something different than a regular
Mhm.
charm.
Yes.
And it was evening and it's morning the next day.
Mhm.
That was the weirdest fucking dream.
Oh, dude.
Hala, Virgil,
I
you are
slept
asleep
great.
on the floor. You can
What
see
the
that
fuck?
your leg is being pulled up taut by the chains.
What the fuck? Yeah.
I forgot I rolled around in my sleep.
I don't usually.
Oh, that's bad news for you then.
You,
I slept
you all
great.
guys
Yeah.
already knew about the mind control dreams. Why are you acting like you don't?
What are you talking about? I had a great dream last night.
I mean, I smelled some musty flowers and oh shit. Lady in red.
Is that your definition of a good dream? Musty flowers?
I think that, yeah, no, I was definitely under somebody's spell.
You were.
Ugh, not me though.
Shit.
I slept
Is,
great.
is
On the
Glenn
floor though, but what's up, Glenn?
Can we move on now?
Hang on a
is
quick second.
is Glenn still asleep?
Glenn, you were woken up by the talking of your companions.
Glenn will sit up in his bed. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
You all saw the same apparition as I, yes? Hello?
Yeah,
Sorry, I
so
had a knock on my door.
Oh,
it's
fair.
morning. I'm tired.
But you all saw the same apparition as I, yes? This fabled
Lady in
lady.
red, musty flowers.
I didn't see anything.
She knows about us. She can seemingly look into our lives and use something from it to create a illusion that has a connection to us.
Possibly. I have my own working theories. We'll see if any of them bear fruit. But now that we are all fully rested, can we now go to the northeast and actually deal with this problem?
Yeah. And when we come back, we'll do, I don't know, celebrate or
Possibly.
huge party. Bitching.
This
Let's go.
enchantress is a dangerous
Just
being.
imagining Hala gets up, starts walking, then remembers the chain is on his leg after he
Remembers?
falls past her.
Remembers forcefully by the floor.
A sudden wooden plank shaped reminder.
Mm-hmm. You guys unchain yourself, and the the innkeeper is kind of surprised, but also not really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so this is the wrong voice. Well, good morning.
Morning.
Good to see that the chains worked last night.
Indeed.
Alright, I
Very
bet
much.
you money that y'all are going out and after that Scarlet hoe.
We are
That we
indeed.
are
Yes.
gonna ask her a few questions, if you know what I mean. Wait.
Well, if you do, please find out where all the men are going. I had a sister that was
We shall.
in town that was devastated whenever her fiance left.
All right then. We'll find out.
We do.
Good luck to y'all.
We will. Well, we'll need it. Hollow will just waddle this way on outside.
Did he pull his leg last night? I know a couple of doctors that might be able to help him with a couple of their magic hands.
The ceiling is low and the room is small. He's got to try and avoid taking up as much space as he can, and thus tiny strides, and thus waddle.
Well, I suppose we should journey on. Thank you for the night. Be safe. Glenn will be the first to leave.
Welcome back,
I
Virgil.
just left still.
He's the first frog to leave.
Oreos
That he is.
All right. Virgil, your friends are leaving.
I'm tagging along with him.
All right. There are even more women who are staring at all of you guys as you start to leave town.
It's like they're trying to pluck me feathers with their eyes.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it's too late for you to, you know.
Do we know?
Do you know?
Do we?
DM, may I roll to know?
Yes, you may. Roll intelligence.
You
Oh
have the
boy.
time to smash and dash.
Oh, I don't. Look, I had to play dumb with that. With that red light district building.
You
Because
know
if
what?
I at all acted like I knew what it was, I had to chew him out.
I shall roll as well. Yes.
Am I just rolling intelligence or am I rolling history for knowing?
History.
Yeah, it's the same for me.
Darn.
The red light district is that way. You could have used it at any time. For both of you.
Well, yeah, but I had no use for it.
That's true.
I can't cheat. It's part of me oath.
They's got
Got a
a
lovely
whole
wife at
place
home.
just to make red lights
I
and
And
sell
eat
oysters.
oysters.
leans over to Hala. I checked. It's just a bunch of red lights. Why am I doing this?
Why are you doing that voice? It's not
I don't
Virgil's
know.
voice.
Why are you copying my voice?
It's really infectious, truly.
It's part of my animal magnetism. Sorry.
I suppose it would be your enigmaticism. But no, really, I checked. It's just a bunch of red lights, all on a wall.
That sounds fucking stupid.
It's an electrician.
I'm just gonna shrug. Look, I'm not the ones that are trying to make a quick buck. It's like if you've ever seen... I've got to question myself. Huh. So if I tell him this truly, then it's a lie and it goes against my oath. Fuck, I can't really do that.
Honestly, if you pimped Hala out in the red light district, you'd probably make some money.
Probably. No, I should treat others with fairness. Per the oath that's embroidered in my underwear.
What?
got to go somewhere. I'm not putting it on the inside of my shirt.
I don't know if a god would approve or disapprove of that.
Well, it used to be close to my heart, but then a bunch of people started slashing at my clothing. I figured if I'm never not wearing pants, at least keep my lower regions safe instinctually, then it's a pretty good idea.
Okay.
Oh, the sooner we're out of here, the better, though. That's for certain.
Well, we should come back if we kill the Scarlet Lady and find the men. If the men are still alive.
It's a wise idea to go and check on them at the very least. The idea of having a whole group of people just unable to, I suppose they can find other people.
There was still the one guy in there.
Well, yeah,
No, he
but you
was
gotta
medical.
imagine he's probably got a headache.
You know, I hear they got cures for that. I don't know what it is though. I think a lady offered one to me on my way to the tavern.
Was it a little blue pill?
I think it was.
It was for one of the heads, at least.
Okay.
You got two heads?
That's enough. As the DM, shut the fuck up.
Wow. Rude.
This
Justified
has
completely.
gone on for too long.
This has gone on for 2 minutes. That's enough. Get to
Alright,
the
then.
elevator. Not fast enough, apparently. And the drow that is operating the elevator seems to be doing a little bit better. Today, not as drowsy. Oh, you fellas.
Oh
Done
yeah.
now?
Yep. No, we should be back sometime soon.
Alright.
It should be soon, yeah.
Best of
Good
luck,
idea.
you two.
Thank you.
And the other
Appreciate it, man.
two who are not paying attention, best of luck to you as well.
I'm paying perfect
Oh.
attention.
They wish you well
Very
as well.
I was paying attention. I got spoken over.
We gotta get you one of those
You need to fix your mic.
loudspeakers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. I have you up 200% and I'm still talking over you. I don't even hear you start talking, is the problem.
Oh,
Wah.
That's
let
not
us
bad.
move on.
The elevator goes down at a rapid pace, almost like throwing you out of it as it stops. As it slams into the ground. Whoop! You didn't use the hammer. She opens the door for you guys.
Thank you very much. We'll see you again sometime soon. And Paulo will get out of the elevator and stretch because none of those rooms were Minotaur sized.
Yeah. And you guys are back on the ground. You have your heading, and you are more than welcome to go there.
We head to the northeast.
Indeed, we shall.
Let's start taking a look over there.
Probably following Aureus as he has the mental direction down pat.
You guys travel northeast and you notice there seems to be more and more icing coming down. It's not small little nice flakes of snow. It is pelting ice. As you continue further onto your journey.
I don't give a fuck.
Do any of you guys have the ability to ignore the cold?
No.
I would a frog?
The cold?
No. You're being
No.
pelted by ice.
I am buffeted by hail every turn.
My skin is just a slightly stronger than, slightly weaker than heavy armor, but I don't have any cold resistance.
Glenn does not have cold resistance.
Alright. Each of you guys take 1 point of damage due to hail every couple of minutes.
Ow.
I don't
Ow.
think I can do much more. That's
Ow.
already low on health.
Then you've taken a long rest. You're full up on health, and then you're taking damage.
I was making a joke that 1 damage was too much for me.
You're not a wizard at level 1!
Oh, wrong character sheet.
It smells like fish in here.
Whoops. Alright,
Alright.
so
Continue.
how are we keeping track of this then, DM? Or you just want me to you just want to wait for us to hear you say remove 1 point of health?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
You guys travel on and you see more and more of these tracks. They're no longer just the footprints. It seems to be actively leaving a trail of like 2 troughs
Mm-hmm.
until you can tell that the smaller of the 2 troughs disappears off into the right, while the larger trough continues forward. Would you like to head to the right, or would you like to continue forward?
Within reason, you had this more mapped out than us, Oreo, so which direction do you think we should go?
If it's something to the side of the trail, we could come back later if we're still kicking.
Take 1 point of damage.
Ow.
Mm-hmm.
Plus the weather ain't too good for side tracks.
Mm-mm. Helps to know which way we're going first.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
You continue forward, and it seems like the entire weather system gets worse. Take 1 point of damage.
ow.
That does
Alright. Would it be possible for Hala to take the lead in the party and try and be a wall,
You
mitigate
certainly
some of the damage for the ones behind me?
you certainly can.
it. Hmm.
Okay. Alright. Oreos, you tell me where to go. I'm gonna try and make
Mhm.
sure you lot don't get too chilly.
Alright, so we'll
All
get,
right.
get behind him and make our
Mm-hmm.
way.
Alrighty then.
All right. Instead of everyone taking points of damage, now it'll be Hala, as he is acting as a body shield.
Mm-hmm.
Imbo hours.
You guys continue on following the tracks until you take 1 point of damage, Hala, and then you feel something blocking the wind, even for you.
Boys, I think the wind stopped. But considering the weather's changing, yeah, I'd like to make a perception check.
You may.
Please don't be what I think it is, or we're kind of fucked. Ah, nailed. No, it's only +8. That's my other skill. Okay. 18.
You feel that the air has also gotten warmer in this one spot. You dare look upward, and you see something blocking the wind. It stands very much above you, on 4 legs, covered in thick hair. From
Is
what
it what I think it is, DM?
from what you can see, that 18, you can see the beginnings of tusks until it disappears upward in a very long trunk, pushing ice and snow out of your way and its way.
Boys, get back, get back.
You are underneath it.
Oh shit.
It does not
Boys,
seem. It doesn't seem hostile.
we just so happen to be under a very, very large, hairy elephant.
You stand
Works
by
for
me.
me.
Is it facing the same direction as us, or is it going the opposite way?
It seems to be over top of you, heading in the same direction you guys are.
I say we stay under it. Travel with it until we are at our destination. Would be safer.
Hmm.
Agreed.
Indeed. Yes.
Could be a lot worse, truthfully.
Just holy is, for the love of all that is holy, do not make it angry.
We'll keep track of that then. We won't make it angry.
Good. And yeah, no, let's carry on.
It seems to be matching your pace. As further into the blizzard you both travel. And then the blizzard ends, and it stops right before a cobblestone looking path dotted with small scarlet growths.
Hmm.
Hey, Frog, you should try walking up there.
Rod will attempt to do so.
Hollow will hold his action to grab and pull him back just in case.
Blaine,
Yeah.
you look around. You can feel in the air the same feeling as the woman in your dreams. Everyone can. Some more strongly than others. Orios,
Sorry.
you make me an Arcana check real quick.
I will say it is coming up to midnight, and I do have work tomorrow.
Yeah, we're in there. I will
Okay.
introduce the monster and then we will go to bed.
Natural 20 for a 31.
Holy shit. Alright. It's not just magic in the air. Because a simple charm would not get past the amount of knowledge and arcaneness that an average elf is. No, you feel it infused with something else. Pheromones. It is not just normal magic, it is the magic of druidicness alongside arcane charms. As you see it start to slink over one of the side of the cobblestone walls of the ruins just over the bend. No, it's not an ant. It's part centipede, part scorpion, part woman.
Oh, of course.
Dun, dun, dun.
You now wish it was the ants.
I would prefer an unstoppable wave of fire ants to this.
It slings and coils up to you, holding out one of its humanoid hands, beckoning you forth. And we will end tonight's session.
Okay.
I'm going to start next week's session by throwing the axe at it. Because Jesus Christ.
Alright then. I will be heading out. Good night, friends.
Good
Yeah,
night.
I gotta
Alright.
go light a fire. See y'all later.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Boy.